Good morning, everyone. On behalf of myself and Dr. Abdallah Mohammed Katan, my co-author, we say a big thank you for the opportunity to present this systematic literature review titled From Crisis to Resilience, Human Artificial Intelligence Collaboration for Sustainable Healthcare Systems Transformation. This work examines how we move beyond the hype of artificial intelligence and towards genuine lasting change in healthcare through collaborative intelligence. Here is our roadmap for the next few minutes. We will begin with the problem driving this research and specific research questions. Then I would introduce a theoretical lens through which we view this problem, followed by our systematic literature review methodology. After presenting the three key thematic findings, I would introduce the framework we developed and close the recommendations and conclusions. Let me start with the crisis. Healthcare systems worldwide are under immense strain. Clinical complexity is rising. Staffing shortages are worsening and costs continue to escalate into this pressure cooker. We are introducing artificial intelligence. But here is the problem. The current literature is fragmented. Some studies focus only on technical accuracy, others focus only on trust, still others focus only on ethics. Rarely are these examined together. What is missing is an integrated understanding of how humans and artificial intelligence actually collaborate to produce sustainable outcomes. We are witnessing a necessary shift from pure automation towards what we call collaborative intelligence. To address this gap, we formulated two research questions. The first one is to ask about the process. How does human artificial intelligence collaboration actually influence sustainable healthcare transformation and clinical decision making? Question two is what are the organizational ethics, ethical, and governance factors which shape effective and trustworthy collaboration? These questions guided the entire process review. To answer these questions, we needed a strong theoretical lens. We used three complementary theories. First is the socio-technological system theory, which reminds us that outcomes emerge from interaction of technology, people, and processes, not from technology alone. Second, human-centered AI, which emphasizes explainability, trust, augmentation rather than replacement of clinicians. Third, organizational resilience theory, which helps us to understand how healthcare systems can survive disruption while maintaining patient-centered care. Together, these theories form the backbone of our analysis methodology. We chose a systematic literature review methodology guided by Prisma 2020 framework to ensure transparency and rigor. We searched three databases. We chose a systematic literature review methodology guided by Prisma 2020 framework to ensure transparency and rigor. We searched three databases, Scopus, Web of Science, and PubMed, covering publications from 2016 to 2026. Importantly, we did not simply count papers. We used critical appraiser program, which is also known as CAPS, to assess the quality of each study. Each studies with moderate to high CAPS rating were retained. After this rigorous process, we qualitatively analyzed 35 peer-reviewed studies. Prisma Flow. This slide shows how screening process in detail. We started with 976 records after removing 534 duplicates, which is substantial due to interdisciplinary indexing. We had 442 records for screening. After applying our inclusion and exclusion criteria, 149 articles remained following full text assessment and CAPS policy scoring. We arrived at our final set of 35 studies for synthesis. This rigorous filtering ensures that our findings rest on a solid evidence base. This process yielded three core teams, shown here with three frequency across studies. Team 1, Human Artificial Intelligence Collaborative Intelligence, appeared in 24 studies and was grounded in STS and human-centered AI theories. Team 2, Trust, Ethical Governance, and Explainable AI, which was the most frequent, appearing in 28 studies. Team 3, Sustainable and Resilient Healthcare Ecosystems, appeared in 19 studies and drew on organizational resilience theory. Let me walk you through each of these themes in detail. Finding 1, collaborative intelligence. Team 1 directly answers question 1, which is how does human artificial intelligence collaboration actually influence sustainable healthcare transformation and clinical decision making? The key findings is this: augmentation works, replacement does not. Clinicians consistently reported that AI was most helpful when it supported their diagnostics and decision-making processes rather than when it attempted to bypass them. However, we also identified a significant risk, which is the automation bias, when clinicians rely too heavily on algorithmic recommendations. Their own professional judgments can erode over time, especially in critical care scenarios. The theoretical implication consistent with STS theory is that success depends on the quality of interaction between human expertise and AI capability within the workflow. Findings 2, trust and governance. Team 2 answers research question 2 regarding organizational and governance factors. What organizational, ethical, and governance factors shape effective and trustworthy collaboration? Here we discovered a critical paradox. Explainability does not guarantee trust. Several studies show that even when AI tools provided clear, interpretable outputs, clinicians remain skeptical when those tools failed in complex real-world medical contexts. Trust, therefore, is not merely a technical problem. It's a socio-institutional process involving ethical accountability, regulatory legitimacy, and organizational governance. We also identified major risks: algorithmic bias, privacy concerns, and cybersecurity threats. But importantly, the literature suggests these are primary governance failures rather than technological limitations. Findings 3, sustainability and resilience. Team 3 addresses both question 1 and question 2 through the lens of long-term sustainability. On the positive side, artificial intelligence enables what some call healthcare 5.0, which is the adaptive infrastructure, predictive monitoring, and operational flexibility. However, we found troubling counter-narrative. Without careful governance, artificial intelligence can widen existing inequalities. Technologically sophisticated tools developed in high-resource settings often fail when deployed in rural areas, low-income countries, or culturally distinct healthcare environments. The core tension is this: efficiency versus empathy. Sustainable healthcare transformation can sacrifice patient-centered care on the altar of technological optimization. What is the proposed framework? This framework has 3 interconnected layers. Number 1, at the top, human artificial intelligence represents day-to-day interaction between clinicians, AI systems, and clinical workflows. In the middle, trust and governance mechanisms include explainable AI, ethical accountability, privacy protection, and regulatory oversight, which mediates that collaboration. At the bottom, sustainable transformation represents the system level outcomes: resilience, workflow, sustainability, equitable access, and patient-centered care. The framework's originality lies in moving the conversation from technological performance to governance-driven collaboration. Let's go to discussions and recommendations we made in our paper review. So what does it mean for practice? I offer 4 concrete recommendations. Number 1, healthcare organizations must establish ethical accountability mechanism before scaling AI deployment. That's number 1. Number 2, clinicians must be in the loop. What I mean is that there must be a mandate meaningful human oversight for all critical diagnostics and treatment decisions. Third, there must be deliberate investment in AI literacy. What I mean is that the workforce, the training must be optimal. Clinicians need to understand AI's capability and its limitations. 4, prioritize equity. Do not simply import high-tech models into low-resource settings. Adapt AI to local healthcare realities or infrastructure and cultural norms. Now let's go to, before going to conclusion, I would like us to acknowledge the limitation of this study. We relied on secondary literatures and we excluded non-English studies, which limited the context diversity. Additionally, AI evolves rapidly, governance frameworks risk becoming outdated quickly. For future research, we need longitudinal studies on real-world trust building, not just short-term experiments. We need research on emotional intelligence in AI systems, and we urgently need culturally responsive AI models for the global south and other under-resourced settings. Let me conclude by saying that this systematic literature review demonstrates that sustainable healthcare transformation depends not only on autonomous AI systems, but on governance-mediated human-AI collaboration. The future of healthcare is not human versus machine. It is human and machine governed well. We must integrate four elements: innovations, ethics, expertise, and empathy. Technology is the tool, but governance is the engine of resilience. Thank you for your attention. I welcome all your questions. And if you are on YouTube, kindly leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to respond to them. See you in the next one.